What's going on, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel. My name is Michael. Just a casual day here in the old reaction room today. Checking out this up-and-coming artist, Taylor Swift, releasing, what's that, her 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl. Guys, let's not beat around the bush. There are no scenarios where I wasn't gonna spend my very first listen to this brand new Taylor Swift album with you guys. Taylor's one of my absolute favorite artists to cover here on the channel. Her music, for me as a reactor, and what I enjoy probably most about what I get to do here is when I get music that's just so engaging and giving, so alive. But yeah, guys, we're here. Life of a Showgirl. I actually don't know a ton about what we're about to get into. Obviously, there wasn't a single release. You guys know the deal. YouTube only lets me upload a limited amount of the music here. You guys only get a portion of my reaction before my full, completely uncut reaction to this album, to every Taylor album and every album that I've reacted to here on the channel, as well as like loads of Taylor content that's exclusively on Patreon, and that link's in the description. It's a great way to support me, keep the channel going. If you're here for the first time, hi, pleasure's all mine. I hope you have a great time, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1 billion subscribers so I can buy Twitter back from Elon. All right, y'all, The Life of a Showgirl. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm ready. Maybe. Let's do it. I will be listening on Apple Music, which is a little bit of a change for me, and that's because this album just came out and I have to have the lyrics. Spotify doesn't have the lyrics right away. Usually Apple Music does. And like I said, this just came out, like just came out. The first track is The Fate of Ophelia, but the first thing I'm gonna do actually is look up who Ophelia is. I don't know who that is, so we're gonna Google that real quick, and we're gonna hope that she's a better vibe than Chloe, Sam, Sophia, or Marcus. Ophelia is a character in William Shakespeare's drama Hamlet, potential wife of Prince Hamlet. Due to Hamlet's actions, Ophelia ultimately enters into a state of madness that leads to her drowning. That is awful. Hamlet was out here on some fuckboy shit. Let us press the damn play button on this album. The Fate of Ophelia, which was awful. Track 1, Life of a Showgirl. Let's get it.
I heard you calling on the megaphone. You wanna see me all alone. I swore my loyalty to me, myself, and I, right before you lit my sky up.
Hold up. We're about to go somewhere. So let me just stop now before we go somewhere. There's already a few things to take away from that. This is reeking of Travis Kelce right here. I love you're quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow, and then she brings that back with like, you lit my sky up. We're already, I can't believe we just started. Me, myself, and I love the melody of that. But I swear my loyalty to me, myself, and I, because we know, like, we've been through TTPD, right? We know that it was not a good situation. It did not put her in a place where she probably was ready for another relationship. Instantly after that, Taylor was about to drown in the melancholy. Travis called her into the megaphone. That could be like literally a shout out to him shooting a shot, like calling out megaphone is very football. I love the lit my sky up with the pyro line. Okay. What? No. Okay, that's a fire chorus, and I thought it was like gonna end well before that, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, cool, but it just kept leveling up. She definitely does pledge allegiance to his team, because she's at all those damn games. Your vibes, don't care where the hell you've been, because now you're mine. I don't give a fuck about your romantic situations before. Your team, your vibes. That's so good. I love she's doing she's got this extra little this part of her vocal that she's reaching into more often than what I've heard from her lately. It was right there when she said fire, and I've heard it a couple times in the song already. I also love the reference to fire once again, like pulling her into his fire. It's just a really nice way to describe Travis and who he is and the way that he lives his life. Kind of always on fire, like that's his personality. I've been a football fan for a long time, and that's just how he's always been. And she means that in like a really good way, and it is like a really good thing. Like he lives life to the fullest, like on fire. And she did the pyro reference earlier on, and she keeps pulling that back in, and there's just so many things in here already. On the land, the sea, and the sky, pledge allegiance to your hands. I hope that we're all on the same page in understanding that the pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America has been officially replaced.
And only you possess the key, no longer drowning and deceived. Oh, because you came for me. All that time I sat alone in my tower, you were just haunting your powers. Now I can see it all.
Okay, first of all, I love that bridge. I love the poetry feeling of it. And she's bringing the vocals. There's already some of my favorite vocals I've heard from her. In comparison to like the previous record anyway, you can almost feel the melancholy that she references in this song on that album vocally, which would make sense. Here, like there is just life, like a joy and a fire, not to be like so pun intended and on the nose. But I really enjoyed her vocals there, and particularly like some of the stuff she was doing at the end there. And you know, with this, you know, step back into pure pop, Taylor pop, whatever version of pop you want to call this. Yeah, I'm here for it. All right, Elizabeth Taylor is the next track.
Elizabeth Taylor, if your letters ever said goodbye, I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't have.
Man, the beats are beating.
Hit the best booth at Musso and Frank's. They say I'm bad news, I just say thanks. And look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why. And if you ever leave me high and dry, I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? But I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't have white diamonds.
Okay, Taylor, the fun. I'm so happy that she put the vocal energy into this, that she has chosen to put into this so far, only 2 tracks in. It is really adding a lot to this project. I hear those vocals back there. Also, this chorus is the song. The verses for me in this song are okay. Like, I appreciate all of the references, X's and them, you know, wanting to put them behind you, even though they'll always exist because of the spotlight that she's been in and the accomplishments, and as a result, like, you know, X's had residual attention as a result of just being with her. Therefore, they live in the papers and on the screens of people's phones and in the X's minds forever. That's such a fun. We hit the best booth at Musso and Frank's, and they're like, "Oh, she's bad news," and I just say thanks. That actually gives me, like, when you just don't really want to get into the confrontation. I felt the annoyance for her when that happened, because they're like, "Oh, she's bad news," because that's just like a little saying people will throw at you when they don't really know you. People just like to, you know, say things that give themselves a giggle without considering the other person's feelings. That's the vibe I got from that. I've gotten the, like, "you're bad news" before, and it's just like, well, what the fuck did I do? But I'm just gonna, you know, yeah, cool, thanks. I'm locked in with this person right now who's not worried about any of that. Actually, what was the follow-up line to "you're bad news"? They're like, "you're bad news." I'm like, thanks. And you just look at me like you're hypnotized. And it's like, you're not worried about what anybody has to say. You're not worried about like anything else but me. You're so locked in, and that's so new and different for me. I love all of that, but like musically, you know, it just like goes to such a different level for me when it hits that chorus of this song. Track 3, Opalite. We're gonna move on. It's tied to emotional healing, inner peace, personal transformation. While it's a man-made glass that mimics the look of natural opal,
My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last. I thought my house was haunted.
eating out the trash is crazy.
All the perfect couples. But my mama told me it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine. But now the sky is opalite.
She's not fucking around with these choruses. She is not fucking around with these choruses so far. Eating from the trash. Shout out to her brother. That's a great line as far as going back to your exes. Like, make a new meal, right? There's, you know, there's too many options out here to be going back into the trash. There's budget meals too. Like, there's options. Had to make your own sunshine. So great.
This is just a star inside a teacup. Let's shelter here with me, my love. Thunder like a drum. Failure brings you freedom, and I can bring you love.
That's cool.
Don't you sweat it, baby.
It's alright. You were dancing with lightning strikes. I was like, this is okay. This is great. I really like this. Really like this, and I love the I guess the meaning of the Opalite was promoting healing, personal transformation, and that's this whole thing. Like, starting from digging through the garbage to where you've gotten to now, where you know, I love the dancing through the thunder, dancing through the lightning strikes. I love that. Making your own sunshine. She sounds so good. There's like a happiness in her tone. I love that she has brought that intent and energy vocally into these songs once again. There's so much life in these songs.
Sweat it, baby. It's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes.
God, I'm such a sucker for hearing the happiness in her tone. Like this is very infectious music because you can feel the genuine happiness in her tone in these songs. All right, Father Figure, track 4. It's also the start of a whole bunch of explicit tracks. So I got my eyes open for that.
You remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. I'll be a father figure. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. This love is pure profit.
I just never expected to hear Taylor talk about dicks.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
What is this about? When I found you, you remind me of a younger me.
I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. Said they wanna see you rise. They don't want you to reign.
I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. I love that's such a Taylor Swift thing to write. And this whole song is someone with a fuck ton of money and power and resource and access and all that. So this is the kind of person definitely that wouldn't even let the check like hit the table. Like they'd be like, no, like here's the card. Like I don't even need to see the price. Like I'm good. Don't worry about it. This car is not getting declined.
With all this ambition, spark the ignition on foolish decisions, which led to misguided visions. You made a deal with this devil, turns out my dick's bigger. You wanna fight, you found it. I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning. Who covered up your scandals? Mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled. All the bigger, you pulled the wrong trigger. This belongs to me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Okay, she absolutely snapped here. This is scathing, the flipped power dynamic that I am living so much for the flip in this song. Is this a Scooter? Is this a Scooter thing? Or whoever it is that sold the original masters over to Scooter. Anyways, like the way she flipped all of this is incredible. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. Turns out my dick's bigger. That's right, Taylor. You pull that thing out. Swing it around. This thing is massive. To bring it back to the mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled is such a fucking flex, an incredible flip on his display of power earlier on with paying before the check hits the mahogany table. All of this going through, like, this entire flip at the end is epic, fucking epic. And it makes me go back and appreciate all these other lines so much more because they're digs at this person. They had the thoughtless ambition that sparked the ignition in Taylor, foolish decisions which led to misguided visions. All this person that like thought they were hot shit to fulfill their dreams. You created the monster, and now I'm gonna fucking show you who's boss. I can't get over like you made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. I got the place surrounded. I got goons. And not on some Game of Thrones, I got dragons type stuff. This empire belongs to me. I mean, that just has to be like her owning her music. Man, what a fucking... We gotta keep on going somehow, some way. That's crazy.
Sad as it seems, apathy is hot. Not a bad bitch isn't savage. Never gonna leave you, never gonna break that vow.
I don't know what it is about I'm not a bad bitch and the specific like tender, honest delivery of that line.
Not a bad bitch, and things I said were dumb. Shimmers that innocent light back, like when we were young.
Her voice on here.
I'm never gonna leave you now.
It felt very throwback for Taylor. We lie back, beautiful time lapse, Ferris wheels, kisses, lilacs, visual writing from Taylor that I enjoyed. I thought I'd never find that beautiful life that shimmers that innocent light back, like when we were young. Travis brings so much fun into her life, and it's almost like she's speaking to that youthful feeling you should strive to feel with your partner. You don't really ever get to feel as an adult because of like how serious life can feel, and the way she talks about those dynamics. She's now found that beautiful life that shimmers that back. This is really nice. All right, Ruin the Friendship, track 6.
Listening grass from September rain, gray overpass full of neon names, Peloton Road and the lakeside beach, watching the game from your brother's Jeep, your smile, miles wide. Should've kissed you anyway, and it was not convenient. No, Hollywood floors underneath my feet, disco ball makes everything look cheap. Have fun, it's prom.
A drivable fucking song, man. Like, those songs are always gonna get played with regularity for me.
Have fun, it's prom. Wilted corsage dangles from my wrist, over his shoulder I'll catch a glimpse, but as the 50 Cent song play, should've kissed you anyway.
Okay.
When I left school I lost track of you, Abigail called me with the bad news, goodbye, and we'll never know why. It was not, but I flew home anyway, with so much left to say. But I whispered at the grave, kissed you anyway. Oh, and it was not an invitation.
What the this is what a place to have arrived at the end of the song, because there's a point halfway through the song where I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this, but I don't understand why this song exists on this particular album. Considering that we're looking back at this moment in high school, it sounds good and I'm enjoying that about it, but it just felt out of place. But of course, always trust in Taylor. She's got me like getting a little emotional here, hearing her talk about clearly somebody who she went to school with. There was a prom and y'all are in high school and you're young and you're kids, and it's just kind of like, man, I got a crush on this guy, and I overthought it too much, and I should have just kissed him because I liked him. Your friend hits you up like years later and sort of like, hey, did you hear the news? Like, he passed away. And then for her to work these lyrics in with like, bring back the like, it was not an invitation, but I flew home anyway, with so much left to say. Whispered at the grave, should have kissed you anyway. Like, this is the perfect example of what sets her apart as a songwriter. Actually, romantic, track 7.
I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave. High-fived my ex and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. It's honestly wild, all the effort you've put in. It's actually romantic. No man has ever loved me like you do.
Okay, hold no universe where I am not going to immediately find out who she is going at. Gloves off, just straight up, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, straight to it. Direct. I heard you calling me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave, huh? Like, that's not twist your brain around to unravel what the diss is. Like, nah, it's like, okay, like, you on that coke, are you talking shit? Taylor got right to it, and that energy is here, like, father figure, right? She's on her shit. She's doing it again here, and there's no way. I'm gonna type Taylor Swift boring Barbie Charlie XCX. I love the energy of like having risen above it here for Taylor. It's like, it's actually sweet all the time you've spent on me. Wow, like, I love having fans. Like, that's the energy I'm getting from this. Wow, what's the beef there?
Comes off vicious, but it's precious, adorable, like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. Sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting with me. I mind my business, God's my witness that I don't provoke it. It's kinda making me wait, 'cause it's actually sweet.
Taylor is unhinged. I didn't think we'd get more unhinged than her referencing her big dick, and we've just a few tracks later gotten to her talking about how wet she is in direct response to what I gather, again, is Charlie XCX, just based on a quick Google search, and just how interested and the amount of effort that you put into giving me attention. It is such a like reverse B-Rabbit clever way to get your disses across, because like, you can't respond to this really. Like, if you do, you're feeding into what Taylor's already written about. That's why it's so genius. This is the kind of mess I'd usually avoid, but she can't say this stuff and I not like give a couple fucking Google searches. I don't have time for like a full deep dive on this. I would love like actual context and fair context too, if that exists. All I know is that this is so well done, because like I said, if you try and like have a rebuttal, you're just feeding into.
It's kinda making me
Song wise, this is not a song I probably would like listen to. It's just it's the beat even lends to its, you know, playfulness. It's not meeting the level of most of the songs on this album, musically speaking. We're gonna keep it going. Wish list with like dollar signs.
You want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat ass with a baby face. They want it all.
I feel like Taylor's more online than she's ever been as far as some of the lines that I've heard in here, just as, I mean, far as like her even talking about like being wet, even in a way to like get at somebody. The savage and bad bitch line earlier, this line here, how they want a fat ass with a baby face. This is definitely a different version of Taylor with some of the remarks in this project. But it also, again, like, it makes sense within the framework of the different sort of the genre that she's chosen for this project in comparison to before, right? Like TTPD and busting out like bad bitch and fat ass baby face and like snow on the beach, like isn't exactly like vibing and meshing together. So it makes sense. It's just really interesting to like get here, you know, after all of the hazy fairy tale dust surrounding, you know, like Midnights, and then, you know, obviously like TTPD being what I just described it, and then you were not getting anything in this universe in folklore or evermore. So to reach this point, fucking I'm alive.
You have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. Got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop.
Hey, she wrote this shit for Travis. She wrote this. She said, hey, I'm going to give you one that I know you're going to be bumping over and over again specifically. Literally wrote it for him and for him. Directed to him and about him, while also being deliberately for him to play. So many references to the interests of outsiders, and she's so singularly focused on what her and Travis's aligned goals are. And it's very cute, and it bumps.
A couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. Wait to leave us the fuck alone, and they do.
Goals.
Wow.
Good luck with
Got me
that.
dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. I made wishes on all of the stars. Please, God, bring me a best friend who I think is hot.
Bring me a best friend who I think is hot. Goals.
Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway.
Ah, that's so fun. Got the whole we tell the whole world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming. That's so fun. There's a playfulness on this album that I am just absolutely thriving on, and is going to make it so long lasting. The boss up, fucking that been happened, but now we're at the settle down part, and the wish list is growing, and it leads to a song like this. I love this song. I'm not saying it's like as lyrically profound as some of the other songs in this album, but it's still like there's still lyrics here that are so fun, and intentional deliveries of certain lines that are so fun and deliberately placed in certain parts, like I said, with the tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, that's so clever, and it's so intentionally put in a place that adds so much to the song. Subtle choices like that. I love that she has given us this delivery of pop and has not sacrificed the songwriting. Again, her voice, man, I'm gonna keep fucking saying it because it's one of my favorite things about this project is her voice on this project.
Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught. He loves me not. He loves me not.
It has that Jackson 5, or is it Michael Jackson or Jackson 5? ABC.
Seems to be that you and me, we make our own love.
I've never exactly heard this sound from her. This is very fresh and feels so different from just everything recently, which is pretty much the whole project. But this is different from everything in the project so far. New heights of manhood. New heights of manhood. That's a bar, right? New heights, obvious reference, the podcast. New heights of manhood that we're not being reached before. Good stuff there.
Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs. Forgive me.
Great. That's so fun. Keep having fun. Keep having fun, Taylor. I'm going to throw pens for fun. I only have 2 pens. Pens are expensive, guys. The whole knock on wood thing brings me back to the beginning of the song where it's like the black cat laughed and the daisies bare naked. He loves me not. Isn't that like pulling petals off of like a flower and like doing the oh, he loves me not thing? The stepped on a crack, Penny's unlucky. I didn't catch it so much in the beginning, but when she started getting into the chorus and in the middle of the song, we make our own luck. I don't need the bouquet, right? Leave you destined to like get proposed to next or whatever. Like, I don't need all that stuff. This man has showed me that the manhood of New Heights surpasses all of the superstitions that I had to previously hope for to bring me some happiness in life. It's so alive and fun. Again, when I keep going back to fun, this album is so fun, and there is no like sacrifice in the writing, despite her not having had to tear herself apart. And so I think that is another thing that should be commended on this album. And I'm also glad she didn't have to like tear herself up again in order to entertain us. Redwood trees are known for being the largest trees on earth. It's good for them. Travis got that salami, swinging that Kansas City sausage, serving up that Jersey Mike's giant. No, this is good. This is I'm glad I have this information. Canceled. Track 10.
Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Good thing I like my friends canceled. I like them cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour. Welcome to my underworld. It'll break your heart. At least you know exactly who your friends are. We're the ones with matching scars.
Is she talking about Blake Lively here? You gotta commend Taylor for sticking up for her friend. I will say that. At least you know exactly who your friends are. Right? Like, I'm gonna ride by you through whatever it is going on, whatever it looks like, whatever the optics are. Welcome to my underworld brings it back to like the things that Taylor has gone through previously with being canceled, with the court of public opinion. And yeah, this I like them cloaked in Gucci and in scandal, because Blake is just incredibly rich. He's currently involved in scandal. So this is very interesting, and I did not expect a song like this. She's just catching us up and filling us in. Shout out to Loyalty.
So I'm not here for judgment. Everyone's got bodies in the attic or took somebody's man. We'll take you by the hand. Salute you if you're much too much to handle. Like my whiskey sour. Get poison 45.
That a shattered glass is a lot more sharp. This is an easy song for Taylor to write because she knows the entire perspective, so to speak. This gives very soundtrack vibes, and I'm already imagining all the edits that are to come of this, particularly like next year when a lot of this starts like becoming an even bigger talking point once again online as more things come to the fold, unless there's a settlement by then, which we'll see. Honey, track 11, let's keep it going.
When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off, cause her man had looked at me wrong. Time spreads, pink skies. You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. Winter, green kiss on mine. You give it different meaning, cause you mean it when you talk. Anyone call me honey, it was standing in the bathroom. White teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I
I love the concept of this. The taking honey and it being used in this way to demean, because of all the times you've heard it, you're predisposed to expect to hear something negative in your direction your whole life, and then that word is just completely ruined. When typically in life, it's supposed to be like something nice when somebody says that to you. And Travis came into her life and completely redefined that word. The use of the colors is one of the most classic Taylor Swift things. Redefine all those blues. Yeah, again, literally redefined the way that it used to make me feel. Summertime spritz, pink skies, wintergreen kiss, all mine. Yeah, that's just like Taylor in her bag right there.
Anyone called me late night, he was screwing around with my mind, asking what are you wearing, too high to remember in the morning. And when anyone...
Oh no, not the high messages in the middle of the night, like calling you honey, like what you wearing, like in the morning it's like, wait, what, we talked last night? Like, the honey was just, that word was fucking wrecked for her. And yeah, redefined by our guy, Big Dick Trav.
Finding ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me.
That's
you stay
nice.
until the morning.
That's so nice. And you stay until the morning, you don't forget that you were there. That is...
Call me sweetheart, anyone call me honey. It was standing in the bathroom, white teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me.
This album is a real accomplishment. I have so many feelings about this, and I feel so positively about this. It's so fresh, man. Like, this is such a fresh... I kind of craved this from her, but also only her could deliver this in this way. The last track is a Sabrina Carpenter. Speaking of like another, or maybe like another person of pure pop perfection whose music is a completely different sound than this, but you can absolutely count on to deliver music that will make you feel so fucking good. That makes this last collab very fitting. The life of a show and the life of a showgirl. Sabrina knows all about that lately. Let's get it.
Her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city, then they said she didn't do it legitly. They said to me, hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. He was a menace, the baby of the family in Lennox. Her father whored around like all men did, but that's not what showgirls get. They leave us for dead. Hey, you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe, and you're never gonna wanna. I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. You wanna take a skate on the ice inside my veins? They ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away. But I'm immortal now, baby doll. I couldn't if I tried. Thank you for the lovely bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. And I'll never know another pain, hidden by the lipstick and lace. Sequins are forever, and now I know the life of a now I'll make my money being pretty and witty.
That's right, you do, Sabrina. That's right, you do.
Thank you for an unforgettable night. We'll be able to see you next time. Give it up for the band.
Such an interesting close to the album, and not what I expected. When I looked at this soundtrack, I looked at this track, jumped out. Obviously, the only feature in it is Sabrina Carpenter. And my first expectation, also going into this album, expecting like a big pop album, which we mostly got. But I looked at that track and I was like, oh, that's going to be like the big pop song on the album. That's not this at all. This is almost like the least. That's maybe like definitely towards the bottom of like big pop songs, I would say. But I love it narratively. I feel like it's a send-off for the album. Dumb, having dreams, and reaching the point of their dreams and kind of redefining, making it their own, loving what they do, thriving through what they do, becoming so individualistic while both living under the definition of showgirl, with the nod and the respect to those before them as well. I like the little country twinge in the track, leans Sabrina stylistically with, you know, what she's been doing lately, but also like that's Taylor's origin, so that's her bag as well, so it works perfectly in that regard, and it is a great cap to this album. What a great time this album is to spend time with and listen to these tracks all up and down. I think the only song that I like after listening was kind of like, I don't know how much I'd actually listened to that, was I spoke a lot during this, so try and cut it short here and end it at the end here. I had so much fun. She sounds incredible. You can hear the joy and love and enthusiasm to live life with this person moving forward in her voice. It is so evident. I was wondering if this was going to be like a 1989 part 2. I don't think it's that at all. That's a bar that you can't set for yourself going into an attempt to put a pop album together. Her as a songwriter, her magic not tied to her suffering and the articulation of those experiences through song, and that magic on full display in this album in her bliss as opposed to the suffering is so much evidence of how great she is, and someone that I am so just going to continue to look forward to whatever's next in her career, but certainly for now, enjoy the fuck out of this album and think about Travis Kelce's big penis and basketball hoops in the driveway. I appreciate you guys so much for spending this time with me, rocking with me. It really does mean the world to me. I cannot say that enough. I need to know how you felt about this album. Please share that with me. It's one of my favorite parts about making these videos. And think about Travis Kelce's big penis.